Hello, welcome to Rewired, where you are going to learn how to analyze information you see online from different perspectives. In this episode, The Fine Line Between Free Speech and Public Safety, we will be answering whether government should censor information which involves a political theme. An article from Eva Carrillo-Rojas at King's College London may help you further understand the issue. It discusses that there is a fine line between freedom of speech and fake news. Many people are against censorship because of fear of losing rights. So this shows that speaking freely and spouting misinformation are not the same thing.
In the age of information, the lines between truth and misinformation have never been more blurred. With social media platforms acting as a new town square, misinformation spreads faster than ever, leading many to question, should government step in to curb the spread of falsehoods, or does the risk infringe on our fundamental right to free speech? Freedom of speech is a cornerstone of democracy. It allows citizens to voice their opinions, debate ideas, and challenge the status quo. But what happens when those voices spread harmful misinformation? How can the government protect public safety without stepping on this fundamental right?
Hello, Mrs. Lake here. A lot of people are worried about censorship in the media because they're afraid of losing their First Amendment right. Would you say that it is a justified fear, or are there other ways that the rights of the people are secure?
The First Amendment dominates the debate about freedom of speech in the United States. Yet it is not the only legal instrument that protects expressive freedom, the rights of the institutional press, or the democratic values that these rights facilitate. A rich body of local, state, and federal laws also does so, and does so in ways that the First Amendment does not.
Okay, thank you.
As recent technology has developed, there has been a greater means for spreading false information. A now common event is deepfaking, which is the process of utilizing artificial intelligence to make a fake video or photo. It can be useful, but it also has a threatening potential.
Hello, Mr. Michelle. Artificial intelligence is becoming very popular, and people are making deepfakes, which are fake videos made using AI. These can be very dangerous, and state governments are starting to ban them. Should something be done for the freedom of this usage?
The American Civil Liberties Union fights for your constitutional right to make deepfakes. Civil rights groups are pushing back on states seeking to criminalize certain uses of AI-generated content, arguing that some of these new laws conflict with the First Amendment.
That's very interesting. Thank you.
Not everyone agrees that censorship is the answer. Critics argue that once governments start censoring speech, they risk overreach and could silence voices, even those who are critical of the government or mainstream narratives. As the debate continues, the challenge remains: how can governments draw the line between protecting public safety and preserving freedom of speech? It's not just a question of law, but one of ethics, society, and the future of democracy. In a world where truth can be distorted with a click, finding the balance between freedom and safety is more important than ever. As we continue to navigate the digital age, one thing is certain: the debate over censorship and free speech will be at the heart of our future.
Overall, censorship of the media is a very controversial topic. There are people that wish to have complete freedom of speech while others advocate for allowing censorship. False information can be very dangerous, so even though it takes away some freedom, the government should have the right to censor what they need to. A perfect example of this is in a source by Brendan Carr and Nathan Symington from the Yale Journal on Regulation. They discuss how the First Amendment doesn't prohibit the government from addressing censorship. They allow big tech companies to censor certain information, but they are also able to stop them at any point. What should be done to deal with the issue is allowing misinformation to be censored for the people's safety, but with regulations on it. Like the rest of the government, there must be checks and balances for stability. I am Michael Sanchez, and I hope you enjoyed this episode.